What's up, ladies and losers? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rebecca, and it has been a minute since I made a YouTube video. A lot of minutes, actually. I think it's been like a month. Something like that. I've just been super swamped with school and procrastinating for school. Yeah, it's been a busy time. That being said, I actually finished my last week of high school this past week. I am officially graduating. It is a great feeling. So now I have more time to focus on things that I like doing, like making videos and being creative, and that means I have more time for YouTube, which I'm super excited about. Yeah, so I thought, what better way to restart my YouTube channel, as I'm saying, calling it, or dive back right into YouTube, than to do a little get to know me challenge, because I never did that. I never introduced myself, which is kind of strange if I think about it. Yeah, so we turned my old Arabic notebook into a place for exactly 100 questions. Super excited. What's up? It is Editing Rebecca. I just want to say in a more concise manner that I am super excited to recommit to YouTube. I've got some really cool video ideas coming up, so be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification button and comment any ideas you have, because like I said, I've got some cool like fitness challenges, Instagram hacks, other things about my life in quarantine. So yeah, let's get it. Go back to silly, sleepy Rebecca. Like I said, my name is Rebecca, and I am actually Eurasian, or Wasian, or biracial, racially ambiguous, Hapa. Yeah, I'm a little mixed baby. My mom is originally from Indonesia, but she's an American citizen right now, and my dad is a white guy from America. So, super, your basic, your average Joe, except his name isn't Joe. Yeah. I only bring that up just because the first question is where did you grow up and where do you live, and not where are you from, which I get asked a lot, but yeah. When I answer this next one, you'll understand why I don't really say I'm from anywhere. So I grew up kind of all over the place. I'm gonna lose these, they give me a massive headache. My dad works for an oil company, so I was born in Indonesia because my mom was Indonesian, and then we moved to Cameroon for 2 years, Nigeria for 4 years, the US for 2 years, Indonesia for 3 years, and then the US for 4 years, and then we've been in Dubai for 3 years, and that's where we live now. It's actually the United Arab Emirates, but yeah, we live in Dubai. So people ask me like, where are you from? But I'm not really from anywhere because I've kind of grown up all over the place, and I'm also mixed race. It's very confusing for everyone. But we do have a house in Houston, which is where we lived. Not Houston, this is a little town north of Houston. But that's where we lived most times we lived in the US. So I lived there a total of 6 years, and that's the longest I've lived anywhere. So I'm technically from the Houston area. How tall are you? I am 5'5" and a half. Or 3/4. I think it's 3/4. So I'm basically 5'6". Which is super tall. At least that's what I tell myself. I'm actually average height, but all my guy friends are like 6 foot tall or like taller than that. So they just call me teeny, tiny, short, or whatever. Stuff like that. I don't even care anymore. I used to cry about it, but like, it's super tough now. Just kidding. Obviously, I never cried about being short. I had bigger problems. But I'm not funny at all. Best moment about high school. Best moment about high school. My best moment in high school. High school's been a blur. Yeah, no, high school just kind of sucked. was not a fun place to be. 10 out of 10 would never do that again. 0 out of 10 actually. I'm just kidding. High school wasn't really that bad. I moved after freshman year, so I always forget that freshman year was part of high school. I always think of it as part of like junior high or something. But yeah, no, I can't really remember how high school went. That being said, in October of this year, not this year, but this school year, we had a day where it like rained so much in Dubai, and Dubai is not built for any rain, so the amount of rain we got was not that great for the city. It was great for students though, because it rained during third period, which is right before lunch, so we got let out to lunch while it was like still raining and things were like starting to flood, including our soccer field. So I remember like I ran out of the cafeteria, dumped my bags, and just went sprinting through the rain. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I have a video of that. I'll put that right here. It was a great time, as you can tell. Next question. College question mark? It's really funny because the first 3 questions are like genuine, like well written out questions, and then after that I got really lazy and just shorthanded it, so it's literally just college question mark. Yeah, I'm going to college. I'm supposed to start in the fall. I'm going to a smaller state college. A lot of my friends, especially in Texas, are going to Texas schools. I have so many friends that are going to A&M. All my friends here in Dubai are going either East Coast or West Coast or whatever state they're from originally. But I decided that I would go to Wyoming, which is so random. But I toured it a couple years ago, and it's just a nice vibe. People seem to really care about each other, and they have so much school spirit, which is cool because that's not really something they have here. Also, I don't know anybody there, so it's a fresh start for me, which I'm looking forward to. Not that I really have anything to like run from, but sometimes it's nice to start fresh. Yeah. Reinvent myself or whatever. Although that being said, it's kind of hard to reinvent yourself with like social media, because people like see what you were doing, unless you like completely delete everything. But I've got some nice Instagram pictures. I'm not trying to delete those. Little selfless plug right there. I'll also link it down below. I link it in every video, but nobody ever checks my yeah. Next question. Tea or coffee? I'm drinking coffee. This is my 4th coffee, or maybe my 5th coffee. I really like coffee. I drink it just black. I would show you, but I don't like pour it out. I just like strong black coffee, unless I'm in a cafe or something. Then I usually get like a cappuccino. At Starbucks, I rarely go to Starbucks, but when I do go to Starbucks, one time my friend ordered me a iced caramel macchiato, which was really good. I also made that, what is it called? Dalgona whipped coffee one time, which was also very good. Yeah. I also do drink tea sometimes. I'm more of a coffee drinker, but I'll have a mint tea every now and again. And then I also like matcha tea. Next question. Life goals? Question mark? None. Literally none. The goal is to die by 30. I guess that's a life goal. In its own way. Yeah, I don't know. I am a marketing major and an international business minor. I didn't mention that with college. I don't know why. But I want to work in a place that, okay, I don't know if my life goal is still work somewhere, but I want to, like, if you're like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I see myself at a job that is super sociable, super creative, and hopefully like living overseas somewhere. I've lived as an expat the majority of my life, and it's the way to live for sure. It's nice. It's got its perks. I also think that like owning a coffee shop would be so cool. Like a cute little corner coffee shop where people can come to read or meet people. You know, I feel like we lack that so much these days because of these big chains. I want somewhere that's like super personable, like, I don't know if this makes sense, but where like people go every single day or every couple days or whatever. They go so often that the barista knows them pretty well. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, like homemade baked treats and stuff like that. Ugh, why am I so aesthetic? With like, oh my gosh, like live music at night. Very cute. I'm the coolest. Okay, next question. Sports question mark? Yeah, I am a wrestler. I keep putting these on and then forgetting that they give me headaches. Yeah, I wrestled in high school once I moved to Dubai. Before that, I wasn't really into sports. Like, I did a lot of sports because my parents wanted me to be like athletic or whatever, but I really wasn't. I was a plump little baby. I'm still kind of plump, to be honest. I'm never gonna be a model. My heart's broken. But yeah, I did like ballet 2 different times. I did gymnastics and swimming, and I rode horses, and I did karate for 3 years. That's actually a really long time for me to do a sport. And I was in color guard and in marching band, which isn't really a sport, but I played instruments my entire life, and that's the sportiest instrument I've ever played. I played tuba, by the way. It's very heavy. Yeah, and then when I moved to Dubai, I started wrestling. I actually originally tried out for the basketball team, but I realized that I hated basketball and I was really, really bad at it. So I skipped half the tryouts and emailed the wrestling coach, who was also my math teacher, and was just like, hey, like, I know I'm late, but is it cool if I try out? And they were like, and I loved it. And then the next year I was captain. So I was captain for 2 years. And yeah, I'm looking at wrestling opportunities in university, but my school doesn't have a women's wrestling team, so I don't know, maybe I'll take up a different sport or just work out or something like that. Cool. Next question. Languages? I speak a couple. English. Yeah. Yeah, so English is my best language, obviously. I'm fluent in it, I think. Yeah. Don't know. That was really a bad joke. I speak English, yes. And then I'm also highly conversational in French. I lived in Cameroon when I was little, and then when I lived in Nigeria, I went to a French school called Louis Pasteur. And then, yeah, when I moved to the US, I lost the majority of my French just because my school put me in ESL for literally no reason, and told my parents not to speak French with me just because I spoke English with a French accent, apparently. So when I started high school, I took French, and yeah, it all came back to me because muscle memory. I also speak Indonesian because my mom is Indonesian, and I'm learning Arabic. I also just ordered a textbook for Spanish. It's like a teach yourself Spanish type of book, and I hope to use my quarantine not only to make videos but also to learn Spanish. And I have a really good friend of mine named Pablo who is going to help me with the actual conversation part of it, so I don't just learn words and grammar, but also learn how to use the language. Bless me. Dream dates.
April 25th, because it's not too hot, not too cold. All you need is a light jacket.
Next question is fashion sense. I actually made a whole video about my fashion sense, which was called Things I Would Wear If We Were Not in Quarantine, and I will link it wherever things get linked, like here. And I said in that video that my outfits are trendy and aesthetic, but with a little bit of me sprinkled in, and that's still very true. But since I'm going off to college, I thought it would be cool to change my style a little bit to be more dark academia, because the whole thing about dark academia is that it like romanticizes education and learning new languages and really caring about school, and like the way you dress is like super professional and like it looks like a school uniform, high-key. But I thought it would be a cool way to make me really focus on school and to really prioritize school, because to be honest, I kind of slacked in high school. I did well. I mean, I'm in the honors college starting in the fall, but I like didn't always turn stuff in, and I didn't always study for things, and I kind of just skated by and having a general knowledge of things and being able to guess. And I also test really well, so I definitely took advantage of that in high school. But I know that college is going to be kind of intense and that I need to really focus and buckle down to get things done. So I will, yeah, dark academia, let's focus on learning, dudes. Can't wait to be nerds. So excited. Next question. Siblings. Yeah, so I have a little sister. Her name is Heather. She's 3 years younger than me. She came in at the beginning of the studio. A little bit annoying. About yay tall. She's very short. I'm just kidding. We're actually really close. We do fight a lot, but mostly because we're in quarantine and we see each other 24 hours a day. So it gets a little annoying. But apart from that, we're friends. She's my number one on Snapchat because we'll text each other things like, it's dinner time and Mom's in a bad mood, don't come outside right now. But yeah, no, we are close. I'm actually kind of gonna miss her in the fall when I go to college, but who knows, maybe college will be cancelled or put online and I'll be stuck with her forever. Next question. Bad habits. None. Next question. I'm just kidding. Like I said, I slack off sometimes. I'm just a big procrastinator, but I also stress about things, so it's not a great combination. I overthink when it comes to meeting new people and making new friends and what people say. Yeah, I overanalyze a lot. It's not cute. That's it. Other than that, I'm perfect. Celebrity crush. So many. Okay, I love the skateboarder Evan Mock. I'll put his picture here. I think he's super cool. He models clothes. He has a great sense of dress, and he's a skateboarder, which I think is cool. I don't know how to ride skateboard, but I don't know how to board skates, but hopefully one day I will learn. I used to have a skateboard when I was little, and I think I kind of learned how to ride it up and down my driveway, but I wasn't ever really good at it, and I wasn't sporty, so I didn't really care enough to commit. But I think if I had a skateboard now, I would totally just like ride it around my apartment because there's not really anything else to do. Nothing better to do, so why not? Also, the band Pretty Much is super cool. I love Brendan Arriaga. Yeah, he's just super cool. He's kind of an emo kid. We stand. Who else? The YouTube channel PAQ is really cool. They are like men's fashion show. They have like a competition every week and it's super cool. They like compete against each other of like with different themes and different prompts and they have like celebrity judges who come or like guest judges every week, which is really interesting. Favorite color, I really love yellow, just because it's super happy and exciting, but it's got super positive connotations, which I'm into, good vibes and all that. But I also wear a lot of blue. The first time I don't think I said, but I filmed this video a couple times and I was trying to edit the video and my voice just annoyed me and like my face annoyed me.
It just wasn't the right vibe, I feel like. It just seemed very like scripted, and you want it to be scripted, so I'm trying to do this without really thinking about what my answer's gonna be. I say I'm a lot though, so I guess that means I'm thinking.
But yeah, when I first filmed this, I was wearing a blue shirt, a blue blouse actually. So I was like, I also wear a lot of blue, but I'm wearing gray right now, so that doesn't really work out. Next question. Concerts and festivals. I just posted something on Instagram about concerts and festivals that I went to this year. I love concerts, mostly because I didn't party in high school. I wasn't really invited to them and my parents would definitely not let me go to them. So concerts were my way of partying. I went to the Jazz Festival. Super cool, super classy. Wow, I see now why I wasn't invited to parties. No, but I went to the Jazz Festival, which was right before quarantine happened, and I saw One Republic and Lionel Richie. Both are not jazz. Not really sure why they were there for the Jazz Festival. But there were some really cool jazz artists that came and performed at that same festival, so that was interesting. I also went to the F1 races in December, which are in Abu Dhabi. And I saw, drumroll please, Future and Gucci Mane. I was originally supposed to see Travis Scott, but he dipped. Also, I went with my best friend Zoya for her birthday, which was super exciting. And we ran into some of her friends that I didn't know, but who are also now my friends. So that was really interesting. Like I said, I love meeting new people, so that was cool for me to like go to a concert in a different city and meet new people. That type of stuff. Something I'm looking forward to about Wyoming is that we're going to be super close to Red Rocks, which is a concert venue in Colorado that's carved into like literal rocks. So I heard the concerts are really cool there, and they have some really great artists come by. I went to Alicia Keys last year at the Jazz Festival, and then this past summer I saw Queen and Adam Lambert in Houston. I think it was the NRG Stadium. I might be mistaken though. In 10th grade I saw Russ and Kesha and I think someone else, but I can't remember who, at the Red Fest, which just happens in Muni City. Actually, Jazz Festival also happens here. It's really near where I live. I walked to all of those concerts because they're just close by. It saved me money, you know, because cabs are low-key expensive. Uber drivers are low-key expensive, and it was too close to call an Uber, you know. It would have been like such a waste of money. Next question. What do you wish people knew about you? Okay, so you probably noticed that I make a lot of really dumb jokes that are funny because of how unfunny they are, and I feel like people always think that I make those jokes trying to be funny, but I know that they're stupid. But I also know that sometimes stupid jokes are funnier than like smart jokes. But I think people usually think that I'm like genuinely trying to be funny, so they just think I'm stupid, but I'm not. I'm an honors college student. So next question. Favorite song? Oh my gosh, there are so many questions that like I genuinely don't know the answer to. Okay, so I have 2 playlists that are like my main playlists. One of them is called 2020 Vision, which is exactly what you think it is, just like hype music and stuff. Oh, you know what a song I do really like is Bali by Rich Brian, and it's not just because he's like the coolest Indonesian I know. The song is actually just really good, and he's a really good artist actually. I respect him a lot, and I really like his music. Anyway, I also have a playlist called Songs for the Soul, which are more like softer listen at night playlists, like in the quiet at night, not like at a party at night. I'm trying to think of what my favorite song on this playlist is. I really like Please Notice by Christian Leave, or I Don't Miss You at All by Phineas, or man, this whole place is good. Summertime in Paris, come in. Good night. Okay, my mom came in and my camera just automatically stopped recording, so yeah, it's been a fun time. We're almost to the end, don't worry. Favorite town / city, and how many countries have you visited? So my favorite town is probably, or city actually, is probably Zurich, which is in Switzerland. We went there for my sister's honor choir thing. It was like over a weekend, and we like literally saw her once that entire weekend. We saw her like for the performance of the honor choir, but that was like the night before we left, and the rest of the weekend my mom and I, and my dad too, but he ended up having to work some of the time, and then my mom and I just like explored Zurich, and it's so pretty. We took like a boat tour and just wandered around. We had fondue and hot chocolate and so many cappuccinos. Such a genuinely good time. Like, I don't remember worrying about anything that entire trip because Switzerland just like distracted me so much, and it's so pretty. And yeah, no, I would definitely want to retire there or live there for a little bit, because like Old Town Zurich, beautiful, amazing, 10 out of 10. It was a fun time. Next question. Yeah, no, so I would definitely go to Zurich, and the amount of countries I've been to, I have the list on my phone. 38 countries. I was mistaken. I don't know if I should read them out or not. Is that too big of a flex? I'm just gonna do it.
Austria, Belgium, Bosnia, Cambodia, Croatia, Hong Kong, Macau, Egypt, France, Germany, Ghana, Hungary, Indonesia, Ireland, Italy, Malaysia, Mexico, Morocco, Netherlands, New Zealand, Nigeria, Oman, Poland, Singapore, Seychelles, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Tanzania, Vietnam,
Zanzibar. Yeah, my dad has 100 and something. His is crazy, but he's been alive a lot longer than I have, so I had time to win the game. Are you social? Yeah, I think I've mentioned that a couple times. And then, do you have a lot of acquaintances or more of just a couple of close friends? I'm more of the type of person to have a ton of acquaintances. I do have a couple close friends, but it's not like I only have super close friends and those are the only people I talk to. I talk to pretty much everybody. Yeah. And then last question. We finally made it. What is a daily ritual that you have? Every night before bed, I'll sit on my balcony and drink a cup of mint tea, and I'll put a little music on. I'll put my Vibesy Songs for the Soul playlist on and just like reflect on the day I had and like mentally prepare to go to sleep. Yeah, it's been really nice, and I found like now that I've done it so often, like I can't sleep without doing it. It's pretty bad, actually. Anyhow, yeah, that was my last question. Anyhow, if you like this video, then feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and hit the notification bell and all that stuff. Because I got, like I said, I've got some really cool videos coming up that I'm super excited to share with y'all. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now. Peace out.